welcome to the Courageous Self-Care Podcast. I'm your host, Christina Marlette. On this show, we talk about self-care that takes courage. It's self-care that goes beyond what we normally think of as self-care, beyond those bubble baths and chocolate and glasses of wine. It goes even beyond exercise, nutrition, sleep, and hydration. It is the self-care that takes courage. It generally takes a guide, and it gets uncomfortable and it's all worthwhile because it is transformational. Be sure to stick around until the end. I have a free resource to give you, and I will also give you an invitation. So today, what we are going to shift gears into, it's a new month, and we are going to be exploring a new foundation of courageous self-care. So there are actually 12 foundations, and I love how they line up with the number of months. I did that on purpose, actually. And so we're moving into Courageous Self-Care Foundation number 3, which is gratitude changes everything. Today we're going to be exploring why that is the case. So first of all, when we're exploring an idea, I love to really zero in on what the words mean. So what is gratitude? Gratitude is the practice of being thankful. It's showing appreciation for and in return for kindness. It comes from the Latin root, which is gratis. It's been around for thousands of years, this idea of gratitude. And the Latin word gratis means thankful and pleasing. So let's marinate in the energy of those words for a moment. Appreciation, thankfulness, pleasing, kindness. Don't those feel good? And if you had a choice, wouldn't you want to live in the energy of those words more often than not? Of course we do. We want to live in appreciation and kindness and thankfulness and pleasing activities. It's also a practice. So gratitude it really truly does, in my experience, change everything. Why does it do that? Well, here's point number 2 we're covering today. Gratitude is the antidote to lack. What does that mean? Lack is the energy of not having enough. And most people live in the energy of lack for most of the time. If you think about your standard day, wake up, oh, I didn't get enough sleep. Oh, I have so much to do and not enough time to do it. Oh, I don't have enough energy to do that. I don't have enough health and vitality to get myself moving actively. I don't have enough youth. I don't have enough age. I don't have enough money to do what I want. Now, let's notice the different energy of lack. As I was going through those statements, you may or may not have noticed that that energy became oppressive. The energy of lack is very heavy. It weighs upon us. It's carrying around so much extra weight. And the problem with lack is that we're in the habit of it for the most part, unless we are actively practicing gratitude. Our minds have these habitual pathways that correspond with lack. No matter what happens, something amazing can happen. And if we're in this habit of lack, then within a few minutes of the amazing thing happening, our minds are playing tricks on us and bringing us back to the rut of lack. So let's go back again to gratitude, the energy of appreciation and kindness and thankfulness. That's the opposite of oppressive heaviness. Gratitude has an expansive feeling. It opens up possibility. It feels light and energetic, and it feels like, at least for me, that I want more of that. It has this magical energy. When we give out gratitude, then the universe or God or spirit or whatever word you prefer, just insert it there, wants to give us more of that back. So the more we can practice gratitude, even though it's hard, even though our mind wants to convince us that we don't want to practice gratitude, it's so much easier to stay in lack. And it takes courage. It takes courage to move into the energy of gratitude. It also takes effort. So it is not easy. It is simple, but we have that pattern of lack that for most people is at least decades old. So what can we do about it? We're going to get into that this month. I myself have a very active gratitude practice. I would say I spend on purpose at least 80% of my day actively practicing gratitude, especially when things happen that I don't like or that I would rather have not happened. I have trained my mind to notice when that lack energy is coming in and shift it into gratitude. So stay tuned. There will be lots more information on the action steps. We're going to go right to the beginning. Where are you at currently with gratitude? When I do workshops, whether they're online or in person, one of the things that we start out with when we're speaking about gratitude is, what is your current gratitude practice? And for the most part, people's answer is, I say thank you when someone does something for me, or I say thank you when someone gives me something. Fantastic starting point. Now, gratitude is more than saying thank you. Gratitude, as I have been mentioning, it's really shifting pathways in your brain. And the great thing about it is that not only do we feel amazing when we are in gratitude, we're also giving the gift to the other person or the energy or the force that has given us reasons to feel that way. That is a little bit esoteric, but gratitude is this two-way street. And regardless of where we are in it, whether we're receiving gratitude or giving it, we are in that energy of appreciation and kindness and pleasing. And that's where we want to hang out. So much better than I don't have enough of. So as we go along this month, I promise that I will give you the very best gratitude practices that I have learned and that I do on a daily basis. They happen throughout the day. And what I can say for sure is that for me, gratitude truly has changed everything. Okay, so that is what I wanted to share with you today. We covered what gratitude actually is. We covered that it's the antidote to lack, and really any bad mood can be cured by gratitude. It's fantastically magical. And now we have the basis of gratitude is more than saying thank you. So today I encourage you to focus on saying thank you in as many circumstances as you can and really meaning it. So not just using the words thank you, but noticing how it feels to be in that energy of appreciation and kindness and gratitude and thankfulness. So that's what I have for you today. I'm so glad that you showed up to listen, and I have that gift for you. So the resource I created for you that I want to share today is a mini course that's called the Top 10 Energy Drains. We often drain our energy without even knowing it, and then we go around thinking that we need lots of coffee and crunchy foods, and we have accepted that our energy goes like this. Well, if you're not watching and you're listening, I'm making an up and down sign with my hands. So it doesn't have to be that way. In fact, lack is one of the ways that we're draining our energy without noticing it. And gratitude is the solution. So in this resource, you'll get the 9 other ways that you're draining your energy without knowing it and solutions to each one. I encourage you to get that for yourself and to feel grateful. It's a free resource and it is fantastic. I spent a long time developing it. You can go to ChristinaMarlette.com to access that. Also on this podcast, a couple times a week, I do interviews with guest experts who are sharing their stories of courage. Everyone has a story of courage. It doesn't have to be a big monumental thing. If you have one, fantastic. We'd love to hear it. I'm also interested in the courage it takes every day to live your life as the best version of you. So if you feel like you have a story like that, please go to ChristinaMarlette.com and click on the box that says apply to be a guest. Christina is with a CH and Marlette is Marlett. That brings us to the end of the show. I'm going to leave you with a few thoughts. First of all, not a thought, but an instruction, be sure to come back because I have lots of great information to share with you about gratitude. And as we move along through the year, the other foundations of courageous self-care. We're here every Monday to Friday, so be sure to come back and listen again. Also, if you enjoyed this episode, you found it useful, please like, comment, share it with your friends. If you're listening to the podcast, I would love for you to become a follower. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the Courageous Self-Care channel. My final thought for you is a reminder that I give every day, for me as well as for you. Self-care is not selfish. It is completely the opposite. When we practice self-care actively, on purpose, and we prioritize our well-being, we show up differently for ourselves and for our loved ones. Everyone in our circle of influence benefits, and also that energy expands and echoes out throughout the entire world. That's not selfish. That is a wonderful choice on how to live your life. Thank you so much for listening. I will connect with you again soon. Bye-bye for now.